We're at the JacksonWink Academy. We got the general manager of the facility, Michael Lyubimov, with us, and we're going to talk about the amateur program right now. Thank you for the time, sir. And specifically, let's get into it. The amateur program, I know a big part of it, it's led by Joey Villasenor, a former UFC and Big Show MMA vet. What do you want to get out about the amateur program here?
Well, with the success of amateur program, obviously we're looking for new talent, top guys to represent the gym and help everyone to achieve their goals and live the dream, because this is such a big training facility with so much going on that it allows up and comers to succeed as well. So we're just trying to create new talent, build them up, and create a new generation of fighters, so and give opportunity to many others, It's been pretty successful so far, with a lot of fighters from all around the world, amateur fighters with some kind of martial arts background coming in and learning how to become a good MMA fighter,
And we're not just talking locally. We're looking for talent from around the world, and that's how a lot of these guys have got here. And I'm pretty sure it's as simple as starting off with going to the website and an email to you guys, right?
Yes, it's a pretty simple process. You pretty much go to our website at JacksonWink.com, and on the front page it says New Fighter Inquiry, and you just fill out that questionnaire, and it sends me an inquiry, and then I review it, and I start a conversation with you. And we have a lot of dorm rooms upstairs, so in the beginning we were hoping, but we were thinking it's going to be just, for high-level pros, but it's not that easy to find, so many John Joneses and Holly Holmes, so, and we were thinking about how, and I was getting a lot of inquiries from people that did not have pro records, let's say did not have pro experience fighting, but they might have had, high school wrestling state champion, that was trying to transition to MMA, or, some Taekwondo guy, or Sambo guys, whatever, So, and we figured, we'll just create amateur MMA program so we can keep people coming in and the guys, keep everyone happy, because plus a lot of those amateur fighters are really, really good, and a lot of them have been fighting amateur for a while, there's some amateur guys that had 10, 15 amateur fights, and they're pretty much on that verge of training, turning pro, and they've been very good training partners for our pro fighters too, so it's a win-win for everyone, really.
Is there any specific qualifications you guys are looking for? You've said high school wrestlers, Taekwondo guys. There's obviously many different martial arts backgrounds. Is that a necessity? Is there any specifications you guys are looking for?
Yes, I mean the main goal is obviously to get someone that has some kind of background in martial arts, because obviously if you've never been hit in the face, you never grappled, you never wrestled, this won't be for you. You have to get some kind of, maybe start at some local smaller gym, get the basic experience, before coming in here, because I mean I have guys on the mats who are like D1, D2 collegiate wrestlers that that are amateur still, trying to transition to MMA. So think about putting someone who's never done anything with that guy. I mean they're going to get slammed in the wall or on the mat, and that's the end of it, when they get hurt and stuff. We don't want that. So obviously we want someone who trained, for a couple of years at least, for a couple of years, some kind of background in any type of martial arts. So, and then so we can at least build on that and give them other tools, if you're a grappler, a wrestler, or whatever, obviously you need to work on striking if you want to fight MMA, so, and vice versa, if you're a stand-up guy, you got to work on wrestling, grappling and stuff. So, but it gives an opportunity at least, to have some kind of core that you can attach to other things to, so it's interesting, to see these guys develop.
And then the process from communicating with you guys, what should a qualified applicant, how long should it take getting in contact with you guys and making arrangements to be able to come
right
in?
away. I mean, we respond within 48 hours, really. Like, I mean, I don't make anyone wait. It's pretty simple, you know. For local guys, it's easier. Like, if someone locally submits an application, I'll pretty much just invite them here. I mean, I'll invite them here so we can talk and show them around, so that find out what they're capable of, this and that. And for obviously guys from out of town or from other countries, you know, that they submit inquiry, and I'll email them and see. And because one of the things on the application asks, you know, if you can include your link of your fights and stuff, so I'll just look it up real quick and see it. So I pretty much see right away if you had that background, because there's some guys that say, I've been champion, amateur, and, you know, kickboxing, this, they give me a list like this, so obviously it's like, it's a no-brainer, right? Just Google their name, like a bunch of stuff comes up, so I know they fought. So I don't have to do too much of extensive research, because obviously
The internet is a great tool.
Yeah, the internet is a great tool. It gives me an idea, like in 2 seconds, like if they're capable. And then I get inquiries, say, oh, you know, I'm the best ever, you know, like I can beat Carlos Condit, this and that. Like, well, what's your experience? Well, I don't have none. You know, I'm like, okay, why you know? So I get a lot of weird inquiries, trust me. You know, but obviously, you know. So submit inquiry if you think you can handle it, you know, because this is no joke here.
Then once you come here, you're part of a world-class gym, a world-class training environment. What are the expectations then upon a new arrival of how much they're going to train, or getting them, you know, used to the new environment?
It's pretty easy actually. The transition is very easy because these guys come in and it's like, I call this place like a little, you know, Disneyland for fighters. They come in and they like dive in right away because the atmosphere is extremely friendly. And I mean, you'll have like John Jones come in, he'll see a new face, he'll come up to you and be like, hey, what's up, where are you from, you know, start talking to you. So, and that's how everyone is, like, everyone's welcome. Fighters cherish, you know, being here, because obviously it's, you don't want to screw up the opportunity being here. So, I mean, I haven't had to kick anyone out, really, because people come in here and for the most part everyone will behave, you know. I mean, guys will be guys, you know, this and that, they do things. But for the most part, it's easy transition. I mean, the hardest part is obviously elevation, getting used to that. But for the most part, it's like you come here, you're like, wow, you know, I'm here. So, and the environment makes you want to train, you know, because you see it every day, and you want to jump on those mats right away. And we have it broken down where in the morning you have your amateur hour, where like 4 days a week you train, you know, specific amateur groups, and then amateurs are allowed to cross-train at night with the pros. Like, we have striking technique classes, we have grappling, you know, and stuff like that. So you will be still training with the pros. You just won't be sparring just yet, unless you're very high-level amateur, you know, with a very solid background. You will be evaluated, and Coach Joe will tell you, like, hey, go ahead, you know, you can train with pros. But you still have to come to amateurs so you can learn the basics and get better. But, you know, so everything is up to Coach Joey after he looks at what you do, how you do it.
Between you, the coaches, everybody that's considered staff here, you guys keep a very professional yet light and happy environment where everybody is hardworking and out there murdering each other basically, but yet joking, laughing, and it's still professional yet fun. How do you guys, you know, promote that environment?
It's all in the history, I think. It's all, you know, it's all part of the, like I said, like a Disneyland for fighters, right? Like, they come in here, like, I mean, think about it. You train with your idols, with your heroes, with people that you watched growing, you know, so it creates an environment, and everyone is so friendly here because it's like we live in a dream, if you think about it. It's truly, we live in a dream, you know, like, that's what creates the environment, like, you know, and no one is at each other's throat and stuff, but do something that we love to do. So, and I believe that what, you know, gives everyone the good vibe. I mean, we have very good vibes in the gym, especially the environment that we build with all these Hall of Fame pictures and all kind of cool stuff that we have in the gym, where people say, hey, I want to be on the wall, I want to be part of that environment, I want to be part of greatness. So that pretty much motivates you, you know. It's like you are on the same mats as John Jones, Holly Holm, Carlos Condit, you know, Cowboys. So you can go on and on and on, and how couldn't it give you that motivation? And so, and obviously you'll be happy coming in, especially you like to train martial arts. You know, for the most part, martial arts is a therapy for most of the people, right? It's a therapy. So, and being here, and gain that, you know, craving, you know, for training with the best, makes you happy. That's all it is.
Recently, we've also seen a lot of success out of the amateur team.
Yeah.
Chris Brown, Jesse Tafoya, Matthew Bellel, Fitzpatrick, Randy Baker,
Yeah.
Francisco Eka, Dogan Cervantes, all within the last, I believe, month on different cards have all been very successful.
Yeah.
So what do you see and how do you feel that positivity has, helped push the rest of the team?
It's huge. It's huge. There's no denying it. I mean, look. Last weekend we went 8-0 for the team. You know, you can't beat that. So it's very impressive, and it's one of those things where, you know, if you work hard enough, if you do what you're supposed to do, you will get there. You know, simple as that. And the backbone and the support that you have from all the high-level coaches, like, you know, obviously Coach Wayne, Coach Jackson, they pay attention to amateurs as well. They know who's who. They know everyone. They see these guys every day. And then once, you know, Joey's involved, Frank involved, Frank Lester involved, Harry involved, you know, that's big support team that you have. And, you know, thinking of having guys like that in your corner when we did the Jackson-Wink series fight night, all these amateurs, you know, they had Coach Wink in the corner. You know, that's motivation, you know. So, and that creates will, you know, and desire to succeed.
We have those high-level influences, and then I think another big thing about it is the gym really does a good job of helping a fighter mold to their own style. Not just where we see at the top level of Condon or Cerrone, a Jones, a Holly, they all have their own style, but even down to the amateurs of really helping a guy focus on their strengths.
Of course. It's always about finding what you're good at and building on that. But once again, you know, as a young martial artist, as me myself, as you know, I've been training jiu-jitsu for a long time. I trained sambo, and I've been doing striking class stuff. Like, you see how you develop obviously your own style. It's like, you know, it's like walking, speaking, you know, comprehending things. It's all. It becomes, you know, part of you and who you are, because not a single fighter is the same. Obviously, just like not every person is the same, right? Same thing. You look at the fighters, and once you get to know them, and you train with them, and you know go on one-on-one with them, and you know, you see the difference in every person, you know, and obviously, and that all comes down from what you want to focus on, what you want to become, how you want to do it. The little things that you pick from different people, you know, and you just adjust. You adjust yourself, and you mold yourself, or you get molded by environment as well, in becoming something that, you know, that hopefully is successful. You know.
And the JacksonWink Academy is a great place to do that.
Yeah, so no doubt about it. I mean, I'm kind of get surprised. I mean, I talk about it all the time. Like, if you're like in this area, or even all around the world. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of great schools, but just like, I think we have something very unique and special. That's why I'm surprised that some people are like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go train there and there. Of course, everyone has their loyalties and that, this and that, but you just grow here tremendously. You can't deny it. Yeah.
One last time, the website is
JacksonWink.com. Yeah, if you go on JacksonWink.com, submit your inquiry by clicking on new fighter inquiry, fill out the questionnaire, you know, make sure you be as much specific as you can. Give me the best idea possible of who you are, what you're capable of, and we'll bring you in.
Thank you for the time.